How did I get here defending Brandon Sanderson?
Be more than human.
Hello, all my fellow more than humans. My name is Joseph Carroll. I write under the pen name J.R. Carroll. And today is my April TBR. As the title may suggest, I am defending Brandon Sanderson. Now, we've all heard about the Wired article and how this, person's basically just, talking a bunch of garbage about Brandon Sanderson. But I found myself, I don't know if you've ever found yourself in a position where you're defending someone that you have no business defending. I was in the comment section watching a live, and this live had 4 booktubers in it, and then of course there were several booktubers in the comment section. And of course the article got brought up, and one of the guys said something to the effect of, he wasn't wrong about Brandon Sanderson being a bad writer. And I had to, I've never read a single Brandon Sanderson book. But I feel like through osmosis of being, on BookTube for almost a year and having, being in the BookTube sphere for like 3 years and just hearing back and forth, and I kind of know, about Brandon Sanderson's writing and everything. And it's a more, from what I've heard, is a more simple prose, and stuff. And he's an objectively bad writer. And then I threw some comments and he, kind of slowed the roll on that. And then, the host was like, well, I think what he means is his prose are, and so recently I jumped on Brandon Sanderson's YouTube channel, and he has a little bit of rhythm, I think it's Rhythm of War is what it's called. And I was like, well, I'll just put it on for a second. And, it's not going to ruin anything for me, but I just want to, see how his writing style is and listen to it for a second. And it's like, it's not like a 5th grader wrote this. It's like, okay, it's not like ridiculously simple, but it's easy to follow. And I'm just like, I don't need your prose to be archaic and purple. And, it's like, as I've gotten into more, fantasy books, and I've, climbing the ladder of all these different series, it's like, if your prose are average to above average, but your storytelling is amazing, and you have a concept and an idea that is different and unique and fun, that is what makes a book. Like, to me, prose is just the cherry on top. If you have great prose, but your story bores me to death, or you're bouncing around in so many different people's heads that I can't keep the story straight, then your prose don't matter. Your prose don't help. If you can't formulate a story that is entertaining. But I digress. Get off my soapbox and we can get to the TBR. So I am reading Mistborn this month because I have to. It's like, maybe I read that book and his writing is bad. We'll find out. So, if it is, I'll eat crow. I'll come back on here. I readily admit when I'm wrong anytime I'm wrong. So we'll find out if it's bad or not. But I have a sneaky suspicion that it's not going to be. When you sell hundreds of thousands of copies of books over and over again, not just 1 or 2. But so last month I also read I read Shadow of the Gods, which was a solid book. not as groundbreaking as some people on BookTube made it out to be, because I watched all the review. I kind of watched the non-spoiler reviews of this book when it first came out, but it was fun, entertaining, and I will move on to Hunger of the Gods, and I am excited to see. I feel like Hunger of the Gods is going to be even better. I just have sometimes you get that feeling from book 1 to book 2. You're like, okay, towards the end of the book, I felt like this is what they're going to be, and that's how I feel. And then this book has pretty much taken over the last 2 months of my channel, and that is the Red Rising series. I will have a review of Iron Gold up soon, but Dark Age is next, and I am super excited. I have become addicted to this because you all got me addicted. If you guys want me to read books, just hit me in the comments over and over again, and eventually I'll get there, like I did with this. And then also I did a poll, and I asked you guys, what should I read next? And you guys told me A Song of Ice and Fire. So A Song of Ice and Fire it is. This book is like 900 pages. So back to the thick boys. Here we go. So that I love the series. I love the HBO series. So I'm hoping I'm really gonna like this. I know a lot of people are reading it right now, and you guys wanted to throw me on that train, so I am on the train. And then we will go to the second book in the Iron Druid series. I was entertained by the first one. These are all short books that I can do in like a day. So I wasn't blown away by the first book, but again, I give short books the benefit of the doubt because they're not that big a commitment. So I feel like I'm going to give this series 2 or 3 books to see if it really hooks me. And so we'll see how Hexed does. And then I will be finishing the Dresden Files this month. I was going to read Battleground last month, but Chaz talked me into reading both short story collections, and then we did a discussion about that, which you should watch if you like Dresden. It was super fun. So this will be the end. And I think that's all the books for the month. And this is actually going to be a really short month. I only have 3 weeks to get all these books in, people, because I am going on vacation out to Denver. And when we go on vacation, our family is always doing something. My wife's got the itinerary, and we're everywhere. So not much reading, if any, will be done. But I am going to be staying out at my friend's. You guys know him as the Warlock. He's been on all the Dresden discussions, and on a few other of my other live discussions. Might be able to pull a live discussion in the same room together. So we might try to pull that off. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It really helps get these videos out to more people, and lets me know what you want me to read. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and remember, be more than human.